Next on the Kelly File, the Air Force now considering what some are calling a dramatic change, possibly removing the phrase, "So help me God," from the oath that every cadet has to take. Trace Gallagher explains. Trace?
And the Air Force Academy, Megyn, sent some pictures of its new prep school to a local newspaper writer in Colorado Springs. In those pictures, there was a poster of the honor oath, which ends, of course, in "So help me God." Then the local writer sent the picture to Mikey Weinstein, the head of Military Religious Freedom Foundation. Weinstein filed a complaint with the Air Force Academy. The poster was taken down, but the issue is far from settled. The Air Force Academy says, quoting, "The Honor Review Committee had an in-depth discussion about the Honor Code oath. They considered a range of options, and some of those options will be presented to the Academy leaders and ultimately the Academy superintendent for a decision." So no decision, but while this is being debated, Weinstein readily admits that he's gotten some not-so-friendly pushback, including this from a woman who was unidentified, saying, quote, "We are taught in church to hate the sin but love the sinner. But you are all sin, Mr. Weinstein. Our church prays your days be few until you meet your father, Satan." Well, Weinstein didn't respond, but actor Mike Farrell, best known for his work on the show MASH, and a board member of MRFF did respond with this, quoting, "No one here is anti-Christian. We just happen to believe that people like you cannot be allowed to shove your belief system down the throat of the men and women at the U.S. Air Force Academy or anywhere in the U.S. military in defiance of our Constitution." But Jay Sekulow, chief counsel for American Center for Law and Justice, says the oath does not violate the Constitution. Here he is.
Don't be bullied by my friend Mikey Weinstein. We're friends. We disagree vehemently on this issue. But the fact of the matter is you cannot say that there's a serious Establishment Clause violation by the phrase, "So help me God," where the President of the United States would be violated when they take the oath of office.
Sekulow says he is fine with cadets opting out of the phrase, but not changing the oath altogether. Megyn.
Trace, thank you. Joining me now is Mikey Weinstein. He's the founder and president of the Military Religious Freedom Foundation, the same group challenging the Air Force Academy to remove this phrase, "So help me God." Mikey, thank you for being here. So why not just say to the cadets, if you don't want to say "So help me God" at the end of it, you don't have to say it. That's good enough.
Well, of course, it's always great to be here in Fox World. We do have this thing called the Constitution, Megyn, and thank you for letting me asking me to be a guest on your show. And it's, my friend Jay Sekulow forgets one thing, that we're not just talking about the No Establishment Clause. There's another part of the Constitution, which actually was part of the body of the Constitution, called the No Religious Test, Clause 3, Article 6, which says we will never have a religious test for any position in the federal government. When I was contacted by Pam Zubek of the Colorado Springs Independent on Friday about this, I took one look at the picture. I realized it was wrong. I called Air Force Academy leadership. I had just met less than 24 hours before face-to-face with Lieutenant General Michelle Johnson, the new superintendent, the commanding general.
With all due respect, Mikey, you're not answering my question. My question is, why can't they just opt out? If they don't want to say "So help me God," they don't have to say that part.
Well, it's like saying, why don't you just opt out of not robbing a bank? Because robbing a bank violates the law. Let me say it again so that in words of one syllable. It violates, that's 3 syllables, the law. The Constitution's No Establishment Clause notwithstanding, irrespective of that, no religious test, Clause 3, Article 6, it violates the law. Moreover, historically, we never even, going back to 1789 when there first was a military oath, nobody ever even had to have an oath. It didn't happen until 1862.
What about
during the
Barack
Civil War?
Obama? You know, our presidents say it when they take the oath. The vice presidents say it. In fact, every federal employee says, "So help me God," when they take the oath.
Excuse me.
Hey, I'm just asking the question. Mikey, chill.
Okay.
Chill. It's okay. I'm just asking the question.
Megyn. You know, like I said, I'm in your universe here in Fox. Let me make it clear. You want to talk about presidents, Megyn? John Quincy Adams put his hand on a book of laws, not the Bible, when he took the oath. A very devout Christian himself, because he loved the separation of church and state, which makes our country greater than any other country. So why can't you
have that, and then the people who want to say it, they get to say it?
What was your question? The people that want to say it, make it to say it?
Yeah, I mean, you're trying to get rid of it altogether. And the oath altogether is we will not lie, steal, cheat, nor tolerate among us anyone who does. Furthermore, I resolve to do my duty and live honorably, so help me God. I still don't understand why you have a problem with...
As I said before... you know what, why don't you let somebody say, so help me God? If they leave it off so it complies with the law. If they want to say, so help me God, perhaps they can do that. But moreover, you know, that poster that was taken down that Pam Zubek sent to me, it was erroneous to begin with. It said we will not lie or steal, but it forgot the word cheat. It had been up there for many, many years. They had to take it down. Believe it or not, talk about the Keystone Cops there at the Academy. They forgot to put the word cheat in the code. So it had to come down for that reason anyway, besides the fact that it noxiously violated the United States Constitution. Megyn Kelly.
It was noxious. All right, Mikey, interesting getting your perspective. Thanks for coming here into Fox World. See you soon.
It's a
Coming
great
up, the
world.
special
Up is down,
investigator
down
who
is
worked
up.
with baby